What if you're DJing at peak dance time? Floor's packed. Yet someone keeps coming up to you and asking you for something that's going to completely kill the vibe. What do you say to them? I saw this question on social media. I'm not sure if it was being asked because they were looking for advice or if they were just trying to engage an audience. Regardless, it's a pretty good question and there's lots to talk about here. I replied to the question with no. It's an old-timey word that means the same thing in English, Spanish, and Italian. That means no. They replied back, hey, look, obviously you have to say no, but you've got to be tactful about it. Well, of course you need to be tactful about it. But before we get into how to do that effectively, how about we talk about kind of the attitude that DJs have where they feel obligated to go in and just make every rando requester's whim a reality. It's bizarre. People are afraid to tell anybody who comes up to them no. When did this happen? It's strange. I know a very well-respected DJ who lives in the Southwest. And he was recently talking to another DJ in the Deep South who had this must-play list of songs. Now, my friend in the Southwest had never heard of these songs before. They had never been requested. He gave them a listen and they weren't really turning him on. But for some reason, he felt obligated to own these tracks, to download these tracks and have them, just in case some dude from the Deep South shows up in San Diego one day and decides he wants to completely kill the vibe of what's going on the dance floor and request his song that nobody there knows, nobody wants to hear. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you even worry about having something in your library that isn't going to work for the audiences in front of you? I don't get it. It makes no sense to me, especially if it's just not appropriate for the region. Why? Now, I do understand some things. Like, I don't know, like some of you don't play for Latin audiences a lot, yet you have Gasolina and you have Suavemente. So if you say Latinos, you put that on and they're pretty happy. But that's your choice as a DJ. That's you looking at the audience and saying, hey, let's throw them something. And you do. I do the same thing with Punjabi and Bhangra. If I see someone maybe from Nepal or India, I just put the song on. They don't ask for it. I play it and they like it. My choice is the DJ. If there was somebody from the Deep South who showed up at some event in Los Angeles and wanted to hear some country song, there are country songs you could play that your audience in LA is going to like too. Maybe you don't have to go with this regional country song that they may be asking for. It's not really a bait and switch, but it's a substitute. My daughter orders groceries all the time. Like, I've never done it, but she orders groceries to be delivered. And they're always substituting things. Well, we didn't have this, so we did this instead. And she's never mad about it. It's a substitute. It's okay. Hey, they tried, right? So substitutes are cool with those kind of requests. But then you also have to look at how to approach it. When I was a young DJ, I was working with some older DJs who, were outdated in a lot of their ways. And I was able to change a lot of things they did and become who I became as a DJ. There were some other things that they did that I may have dismissed a little prematurely. I look back on them and say, hey man, you know what? That was brilliant. One of the things that they all used to do is be really kind to anyone who came up and requested a song. I never understood why they were being so kind. You're the DJ, you're in control, right? Why are you being so nice to these people? But they were. They would come up and say things like, hey, do you have any Guns N' Roses? I'd say, I'm sorry, I don't have any Guns N' Roses. Hey, how about Def Leppard? Do you like that? Can I play you a Def Leppard song? And they'd say, yeah, thank you, and walk away and be happy. There are substitutes for that kind of stuff. There are substitutes for songs that may not be appropriate right now, but maybe something else that's kind of similar you might be able to squeeze in eventually. If somebody walks up to the DJ booth and you look them in the eye and you smile and sincerely say, hello, that throws people off guard. They were not expecting that. They came at you with aggression almost because they wanted something. You've almost disarmed them a little bit just by being friendly from the start. You're setting the narrative here. They may say something like, hey, do you got any 2 chains? And then you could say something like, either, I'm sorry, I don't have any 2 chains. Is there anything else I can play for you? Anything at all? Maybe make a suggestion of some hip-hop that might be a little more appropriate for what's going on right now. The other thing that you could do is say, man, I can't do that right now. I got this dance floor and I'm playing this music right now. Is there anything else I can play for you, though? Can you think of anything that I can play for you that might work with this? How about, and just suggest something. And they may say, yeah, that's cool. Thank you. This does a couple of things. You're obviously disarming these people. So they're approaching you with aggression, but now you've disarmed them with kindness, and they can't really be unkind to you. That's how healthy, normal people act. Well-adjusted people. The other thing that's happening is, word is getting around in the audience that, hey, that DJ's really nice. He's a nice guy. And you're getting the audience on your side. You're turning a would-be enemy into a friend. That's powerful stuff. By disarming them with kindness. It goes a long way, guys. Try it sometime. It sounds stupid. And it's hard because sometimes we're in the mix, we're busy. It's really hard to focus on multiple things at once. You're trying to do one thing and somebody's bothering you on the side here. But if you can take the time to do that, and when you do it, just genuinely be kind, you're going to win them over. They're going to see things your way. And remember that you're here to know what's best for the audience in front of you. That is not their job. Their job isn't to change the narrative of what's going on that evening. Their job is to just be there. They don't even have a job. They're there just to be a spectator or a party goer or whatever. Don't let them take control. I mean, I don't mean to sound like the DJ in that movie The Goods, but don't let them take control of you. I mean, sure, there are good suggestions out there, but if you're one place and somebody wants you to go somewhere else that's not going to work for the greater good in the audience, don't go there. Yet, don't go there in a kind way. That's my vlog today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you for tuning in. And I appreciate all your likes, subscriptions, comments, notification bell ring. I know that's a big ask, but that way, if one of my videos gets posted, you actually get a notification on it. You can watch it. I think I'm stuck at 66.7 thousand. I'd love to see that tick over to 8. Hell, it'd be nice to get to 67,000 eventually, but one step at a time. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.